Hey, Joe Testa, Freshwater Therapy, back with another video. I'm out here today fishing a local lake, and we're on the kayak again. My big boat's up north right now, and we're doing something a little different today. We're actually targeting largemouth bass. Hopefully we'll catch some smallmouth in the mix too, and we're throwing jerk baits. And this is a bait that is a very versatile bait. It's a hard bait. This is an example of one of them. This is a shadow wrap shallow, and these are baits that a lot of people used back in the day just during cold water periods, but that's being kind of rethought all over the place. People are actually fishing jerk baits now throughout the entire summer and fall, and even in the winter in parts of the United States where our water doesn't freeze over. And so my goal with this video is actually to give you a whole bunch of tips. I'm hoping to catch a bunch of fish too, but I'm going to give you as much information as I can, just about what are the things that we've found to be super helpful when it comes to throwing jerk baits. So what we're going to do is my goal is we're going to cover some ground, and I'm going to give you a whole bunch of the things that have made us successful catching fish with the jerk bait. I'll give you the first tip right out of the gates. This actually came from a tournament fisherman here in Michigan, and he encouraged me to put a trailer, a feathered trailer on the end treble hook. And so I tie all my own now, and every one of the jerk baits that I use has that. And I think it just gives you the added advantage of having something when that bait's suspended and paused in the water. That little trailer is just sitting there, and it's just kind of undulating. And I think it kind of operates in the fish's mind almost like the fins of a fish or the tail of a fish. And so that is something that a lot of times when that bait's paused, that's when you're going to get your strike. So when I fish a jerk bait, I make it a long cast, and a lot of times I'm bringing the bait down in the water column. I'll make a couple cranks, and then I'll do a series of jerks where I'm pointing the rod at where I cast, and I'm snapping, and then I'll make a series of 1, 2, 3, 4 snaps, and then I'll pause. And a lot of times the key with throwing a jerk bait is trying to figure out how long of a pause do I need to give in order to trigger the bite. And so some days you'll get the bite and they'll just hit it and you're moving it. But some days you'll sit there and you'll pause it for 1 1,000, 2 1,000. What feels like an eternity, and it makes all the difference in catching fish. Northerns, there's fish. That's a pike right there. Unfortunately. You can just tell how erratic he's fighting. Now, you've noticed in our videos that we do have some disdain for northerns, and I really think that the main reason for that is just because they tend to destroy our baits, and you get a lot of injuries from touching these fish. But it's still fun to catch fish. There's a fish. Bass. Good one. That's what we're looking for. Oh, that's a good one too. Oh, stay pinned. All right. That's a real good one there. Oh, stay pinned. Come on. We went all the way to Florida to catch bass. We didn't catch one nearly as big as this one. All right, we just found our fish. I marked a whole bunch of fish out here on my live scope, and this is a good one. This is probably pushing 3 pounds. Cheek. All right, check that dog out. That's a good one there. Pre-spawn female. Beauty. That's a jerkbait fish right there for you. We're gonna let that one go back in the water. Beauty. We're still surrounded by fish right now. You can see, I don't know how this is looking on my camera, but we've got all these crappies sitting above the weeds right in here. And I was marking some bass. Oh, you can see that. Look at that fish swimming right there. That's a big bass right there, swimming right through the weeds. And so when you're on fish, it kind of gives you confidence based on what you're seeing on the live scope to just continue to fish an area. Not a big one, but a good one. Fish jump behind us too. Well, it's not a bad one at all. Ooh, stay pinned. Oh yeah, nice fish. Nice fish. Nice, are twice good. It's a quality bass there. Another good one. I purposely have chosen a shallow diving bait because what we've got now is we've got weeds that are coming up. After you get into like the, as things warm up, I mean, it's not that warm, but you get some sunshine and some warm days. Yesterday was 80 here, and it's just, the weeds just start to really grow. And so I'm trying to stay just above the weeds. I'm obviously catching some weeds with this bait, but my goal is to just to be right above them, just kind of taking the tips of them. Oh, did you see that bite? That's a northern. That's not a bass. Did you see how he just grabbed that thing? That's unfortunate. That is unfortunate there. I don't think that's a bass. I'm almost convinced that that's not a bass. It's going to be really hard to take off. It's a catfish. Get that on video. I just got hammered by a channel cat with a jerkbait. That is redonkulous, my friend. Now I got to figure out how to take him off the hook. Wow, he just stroked that bait too. Oh, you. Oh, man. Pretty cool. Little kitty cat. He hit it on the, that thing was paused there. This is another catfish. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Now I gotta handle another kitty cat now. Another nice bass. Not a monster. Ooh. Whoa. I hooked this one in the mouth, but what happens is sometimes that hook swings around and this one got punched in the gut. Oh, I think it looks worse than it is, really. That's cool. It's got less defined lateral line and it's still a pretty fish. Put him back. Nice. Fish. Very interesting bite there. Pull it off the weed and open it. Nice one. Weird bite for sure. It's gonna wrap it up for us. It was a good time. I mean, we didn't light them on fire, but we had a really just a decent bite overall, and we kind of stopped midway through our video and actually caught a bunch of crappies too, which it seems to be like an issue that I have, just wanting to catch crappies. But so I guess my encouragement would be like learn how to throw a jerkbait. I mean, it's an incredible tool. You want to add this to your arsenal. I mean, there are, I don't know how many companies that make jerkbaits. This is just one of the ones I like to use. And a lot of times what you'll find is there'll be a jerkbait that'll fit like a specific lake you're fishing and a specific time of year, and you'll get really dialed in on maybe a specific style or manufacturer of a jerkbait that you really feel a lot of confidence. And that's a lot of it. What it comes down to is just having confidence in what you're throwing. And so thanks for watching. Appreciate you guys watching. If you haven't subscribed, we'd love to have you subscribe. If you want to leave a comment, we'd love to have you leave a comment. Maybe you could let us know, hey, what kind of jerkbaits do you like to fish with? What have been the things that you've kind of developed in that technique, and how can you share that back with us? And so lots more stuff to come. We're looking forward to hopefully some walleye fishing real soon here. And until next time, good luck on the water.